Okay, moving on to the Euro US dollar now. Um, it's basically just still really weak across the board, this euro, and it looks like it's going to stay like that until this whole sort of Greece thing's cleared up. The bat resistance here is well on the move, as you can see. I mean, I've stopped it here at 1.3216, but that'll just keep moving as long as the market keeps moving down. And it's also on the move on the monthly chart here. You can see it's starting to get dragged down. Um, if we sort of move it up a wee bit there, we can see here we're actually through a trend continuation point now in the monthly. So I mean, this market is well and truly bearish, and we just seem to be just sort of keep going down. We do have a 9 count here on the weekly chart, so there could be a possibility soon that we may start to see it ease up a wee bit. But a lot of this movement here on the euro has been to do with the fundamentals and not really any technicals. Last time we had a bullish thrust bar was the 30th of April, so quite a long time ago since we had a bullish thrust, and before that was the 14th of April. So we've only had two bullish thrusts in the last 4 weeks. So this market is very bearish, and again, just not really been any opportunities to trade in terms of the mark or thrust levels. Obviously, we're not making any bullish thrusts, so there's no levels being removed to trade, to sell. We've gone through the second target now, so the market is really getting overstretched, in my view. We've also not even had a pullback big enough to complete the sell setup here on the weekly, and so we're still waiting for that to complete. The 50% retracement levels come through the bat now, which means it's really overstretched. But as I say, this is basically because this market's sort of going more on fundamentals than technicals at the moment, so it's a kind of hard one to call. But there is a 9 count here, so whether that gives the market a bit of a rest, time will tell. But currently, anyway, I have no kind of aspirations to get involved here. Obviously, it's going. Obviously it's weak. It seems to be just weak the whole time, but it's all based on news, so it's kind of hard to trade. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm not just going to open a sell just based on news or anything. I'd rather wait to see any kind of levels. So, yeah, basically just nothing doing on this euro yet. Anyway, I mean, with there being a 9 count in place, I could possibly look at the removal of Friday's high as a positive to this market. Um, in conjunction with the buy setup on the weekly, which is completed now. When we close the weekly bar tonight, then we'll be completed that 9 count buy setup. So I mean, in terms of that, you could possibly look to go long on a removal of this level going into next week. Friday's high, but we'd have to wait and see. As I say, that would be the technical kind of picture, but the fundamentals still need to be sorted out here on the euro before we get a rest. But having said that, with the buy setup in place, thrust level there, if it was removed to the close, you could get a good bounce, and we could see, quite a substantial recovery in this euro. Going back to the weekly chart, I mean, from this 9 count buy setup, 50% retracement level is probably not out of the question. That takes us up to the weekly TDST level as well. It's not out of the question, so just keep a close eye on that. But I mean, at the moment, we'll wait and see if this level does get removed, and if it does, then we'll have a look at how things are looking at that point. But certainly going into Monday, nothing doing here on the euro. Okay, cheers.